Get it. Oh, gotta know it, gotta know it. Oh, my. Most High, loving Father, like, grateful and thankful for the day, for those things that transpired, the things that we were able to accomplish, and yet looking forward to accomplishing even more things. Thankful for the constant Restream family near and far. Thankful and grateful for those that may log in on tonight as we continue to do that which we have been assigned to do, walking in this ordained purpose. Thankful for our great and mighty, powerful ancestors. With great joy and anticipation, all of us on tonight, we have come to share and to receive at the same time. And nothing be done for vain glory, if any are on the way here. It is our expectation that they will make it here safely without incident. All things be clear, all things being made well. Let all continue to have peace within their walls and prosperity in their dwellings. Let us continue to free our minds as our bodies follow. Shay.
Shay.
Oh, we are back for another time of freeing our mind. Going into the Bible, the King James Version of the Bible, word for word, as it is printed in the King James Version that we have. I want to remind everyone that we're currently trying to get to where we can circulate information for people to know to come and to receive and to also be a part of this ministry, that real ministry. I'm looking at how things are transpiring now. Getting excited. I'm really getting excited because I'm looking forward to opportunities to talk and share with some people that already have reservations and have assimilated. They're going to get the opportunity to find out for themselves as the truth continues to flow. Some taking it one way, some taking it another. But I'm yet thankful and grateful for how we are progressing and how we're going forward. Free your mind and talk. We Thursday night at 7. We'll be here. Looking forward to that because hopefully there'll be some online that will have questions and have comments to add to the free your mind and talk. This is when we get to express and to share things that help us go further in that which we do. Tonight, as always, we're going line upon line, word for word. We are now in the 20 and 30th chapter of Exodus.
32nd.
32nd chapter of Exodus. Unlike some, when they go through the Bible, they go through the Bible with the motive and the intent to keep people captivated and locked into the mindset that they want to lock into. However, we are going word for word. Comments are accepted, questions are welcome. Free your mind, your body will follow. All right, having said that, let's go. We have anyone that logged in?
3 people, but no one's commented yet.
Well, jump on, rock day. Good evening. Bless you. Glad to have you with us. Feel free to comment or ask questions if you'd like to. Like I said, we go word for word. It's not always what people expect, but this is the new way. This is the next step of us going forth and walking in righteousness instead of walking around playing religion and playing church. Never mind. And all are welcome here at the Consecrated Progressive Community, 400 Richard Road, South Carolina. And we're currently working on the campus in Norman. So we're going to be in another location here soon. So having said that, you're all welcome. If any of you logged in or from over there, from our family overseas, Caribbean, Joanne, listen.
And when the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount, the people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said unto him, Up, make us gods, which shall go before us. For as for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we want not what is become of him. And Aaron said unto them, break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives.
Stop right there. Now, the narrative that we just received is always twisted and misconstrued. But here, all we simply see is they said they don't know what came of him. In this story, this part of the story, they say they don't know what came of Moses. So they asked Aaron, his brother, to do what?
Make make us gods.
Make them gods. But when you see the depiction and the stories and the films, they make one gold calf.
Right.
Now, I ain't trying to be a rocket scientist, but I know the difference between singular and plural. They ask him to make gods, but in the reenactments, to get people mindset focused on how they want it, they show one golden calf. Now, I don't know about you, but that's just one. But there's an S. They said gods, make us gods, and this is why people have so much liberty at doing as they will, doing stuff all willy-nilly in a lot of the places in different facets of organized religion or religious businesses, because it's depicted here in the story. And a lot of times you get captivated with the narrative of a story because instead of taking it in from the perspective of trying to formulate your own mindset, you take it in exactly how they're telling you. You take it in and you begin to take on the character and nature of the characters that are portrayed in the stories.
Pastor John.
Bless you. John Bogle. So now let's see now. Watch this reaction. Go ahead, please.
Of your golden earrings which are of in the ears of your wives, of your sons and your daughters, and bring them unto me. And all the people break off the golden earrings which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. And he received them at their hand, and fashioned it with a graven tool, after he had made it a molten calf. And they said, these be thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And when Aaron saw it, he built an altar before it. And Aaron made proclamation and said, tomorrow is a feast to the Lord.
Okay, now stop right there. Now, that don't do that sound right to somebody?
No.
You're using an S, but you ain't made but one.
Right. Yeah.
So in other words, now we're gonna. I hope somebody is gonna receive for this. We're gonna play along. So in other words, he made this golden calf, right?
Right.
But he's still acknowledging the Lord.
Right.
Did y'all see that?
Yes.
And you wonder why people do that now. Well, let's get the story. He's making a golden calf, but he's acknowledging the Lord. And at no time did he even refer to what they already supposedly were walking in or supposedly were taught. It was readily accepted to welcome in and take in this great image that they just made. And that's what they do in all these places. They welcome in and invite stuff in, and it's already in you. What do you need to welcome in? If it's supposed to already be in the place, how do you have to make it welcome in its own house? So here we see how easy it is because it's done this way all the time. That's why there's not a consistent balance and mindset within the different denominations and the different religions. And even in the different religions, they're not on the same page. All have these different groups, different facets, different ideology, different opinions. And here you see it right here. What marvels me is a lot of my colleagues and a lot of those that know us, that know me, and a lot of those that say they religions are holy and all this, they get mad and upset, but I didn't write this. I'm just intelligent enough to know not to follow this space. That's why we all messed up now and get mad when somebody pointed out. Well, I don't understand how you keep calling this stuff righteous and holy, but all the nonsense that we were part of and all the nonsense we put up with. And when you get free from it, folk think something wrong with it. But here you see how simple and how easy it is to just bring it in. That's why they can bring in a bunch of new stuff and different stuff, and people just go right along with it and say, God, it's the will of God. The Lord said it, God said it. And none of it true, because it all comes from a story that never really happened. But anyway, let's go.
And when, oh, mhm.
He said it's going to be a feast until the Lord the next day.
And they rose up early on the morrow
Early in the morning.
and offered burnt offerings and brought peace offerings, and the people sat down to eat and to drink and rose up to play. And,
Go ahead.
and the Lord said unto Moses, Go, get thee down, for thy people, which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves.
So, notice now it says Moses was up in the mountain. And then the Lord said to Moses, Go. Huh?
Yes,
Get to the people because they don't corrupt themselves. Isn't that what it says?
right, sir.
This is where we get the idea that the ones in leadership are supposed to have this divine order connection to where they know a whole bunch of stuff. When you find out they don't know jack dick. When you find out they use it against people, they manipulate people, and they make people think. And some of them got smart enough to get a click. See, I was on the inside of this for 30-something years. You're not gonna fool me. I'm out the matrix. The plug been pulled. Righteousness is over religion. Being righteous and holy. We were born spiritual, came in spiritual. So then someone get a click group that tell them stuff. And they go there and act like the Lord said. Now they got help from the internet. Now they got help from Facebook. Now they got help from YouTube and Instagram. All these lines, oh, those are familiar spirits. Most people talking about familiar spirits don't even know what that is.
Mhm.
So here you see how it is that people have this idea, that this insight. But most people that are pastoring right now ain't got the insight to know when they got indigestion or the runs. But here, because of how the story is written and the narrative, I said the Lord said, get down there because people are corrupt themselves. Are you kidding me? People are corrupting themselves in front of these folks every day, all over the country, and the Lord ain't telling them yet to stop. No, they fuss and yell and holler at them, but they don't tell them to leave because they get too much money and too much stuff from them, and they're able to use them. Just big old giant cesspool, and they call it church. Let's go.
They have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. They have made them a molten calf and have worshipped it, and have sacrificed thereunto, and said, These be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Now therefore, let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, and that I may consume them, and I will make of thee a great nation.
Stop. This is where people get these ideas from. Listen to how the stories went out. But there are not many leaders that have the proper discernment and insight. That's why they keep calling me a warlock. Because we can go in depth and go detail in people's life, and they can't. So they call it something else, but yet your story says you're supposed to be able to do it. Why you can't do it? Why you got lies and try to trick the people like con artists? Now watch this. This is the Lord talking to him. Huh? I'm going to destroy them. Now, if you stay out the way, I'm going to make you a great nation, right?
Mhm.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
It said, let me kill them. Let my wrath, you move out the way. Let my wrath, that's why man think he can stop God now. Look at that right there. Look at that nonsense right there. Now, if you get out the way and let me kill them, I'm going to make you a great people. I want y'all to remember that's what was said, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what was written. I didn't put that there, but they made it me for. I'm for real people. You want them in chains. Go ahead.
And Moses besought the Lord his God, and said, Lord, why dost thy wrath wax hot against thy people, which thou hast brought forth out of the land of Egypt, with a with great power and with a mighty hand. Wherefore should the Egyptians speak and say, for mischief did he bring them out to slay them in the mountains and to consume them from the face of the earth? Turn from thy fierce wrath and repent of this evil against thy people.
Stop right there. This is why people have the notion, because of this story, because of this narrative, this is why people all over the world gather together thinking they can manipulate God, change God, make the Most High do what they want the Most High to do. This is why people believe this stuff. When something good happened for them, you gotta pray for 3 months, and something finally happened good, you say God did it. You just endured 3 months. Give yourself some credit. My God. What are you talking about? I didn't do it. You did do it. It took 3 months. In the narrative that you're speaking, if what you say really happened, it should have happened the same day. So here it is. Here now, I want y'all to remember. Now you just right there, you just pointed out that even in the story, the nation didn't become great. You know why? He got in the way.
Yeah.
He said, "You get stay out the way. I'll make you a great nation." So this probably never was really truly a great nation. Look at that. Because you got in the way immediately. Folk do that. You minister something to them that's by the spirit of truth, they don't go with it.
Right.
Being in righteousness and truth is a disease to folk that say they're supposed to be righteous and truthful. And I sympathize with some of us that have to struggle and fight and try to do good and be godly and be righteous in the midst of folk that just doing what they want to do. Some of the places around here need to be shut down. Some of them need to be shut down. Some of them I know when somebody sitting up in there calling themselves pastor need to be shut down right now. They do nothing but making a mess. But listen to this. He got in the way, right? So how do you know the right nation? And then you tell him, didn't you just hear it say, repent?
That's where I'm going to ask the question, right?
Okay, but later on we say you don't need to repent.
Right.
But in the beginning he did repent, then he made man.
Right.
Never mind.
Can I say?
Go ahead.
This sounds like man. This
Just like man.
sounds like a story written by man.
Yes.
Because if you portray God as all powerful, all this, all that, first of all, I don't need permission.
Right.
And no matter what you say, I'm gonna do what I want to do anyway. If that's what I'm gonna do. But then you get this narrative and speaking because of where he was.
Whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
He wants to.
Because he's soft. But this right here, it just tells more evidence of
Yes.
who wrote this.
Yes.
This is just more evidence of who wrote it.
Absolutely.
It was not Messiah. That was not Messiah.
And show some love. This is truth coming out of here. It's trying to free your mind and live righteous. Then realize, give yourself some credit. You're a capable, beautiful, powerful person. Let's go. Go ahead.
And then we'll go back to the front because my
Go ahead.
in the beginning, when they decided to make the golden caps, golden caps or whatever, of gods, whatever, change, but
Right.
but my thing is, why would you need an image of God? For one, you had never seen God anyway. So before then, you were worshiping God that you had never saw.
Mm.
So when Moses went up there, like I said, Moses still was just man, but it goes to show that you have put all this in man. Okay,
Wow.
now that Moses not here no more, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like I said, that's go back to what you're saying, put so much in the leaders.
Uh-huh.
Now, I'm not saying, like I said again, but most of them today and back then as well, what I have learned, like I said again, they're not getting what they're saying is they're come down and well, I had to go and had to, spend that time.
Most of us are corrupt. If we tell the truth, most of our colleagues, most of our constituents are corrupt.
Yeah.
Most of them
They
are.
are, but
Yes.
and my thing is, a lot of times they said it was getting from but there was, because we talk about these two groups, you have said that they, a lot of them is now leaving the church.
Oh, they been running.
Yeah, that's
The
yeah,
wrong
yeah.
ancestors been running the church for years.
So that's what there's a lot of them have been getting. What they
That's right.
it ain't been on most high dollar because we have learned this is not that.
Mhm.
That's where you've been eating from.
That's right.
Put down the trade, people have those. Oh, I got a bird.
Mhm.
I know you did.
Why you need a bull if you can speak for yourself?
Mhm.
Come on.
That right there.
Yeah.
These are the questions that be running in my mind.
Our people don't need a voice to come in the sound because I told you this is spiritual. And we're not the only ones. My point is, our people, it's time to wake up and understand. Stop fighting the big one because, look, truth is the truth. And right here you see, ain't no way in the world this is divine inspired writing.
Right.
It's from another story from mythology of other cultures and other ancient writings. It's just copied and plagiarized. That's why it's a version of. It doesn't say the original. It's the version of the Bible. Version of the little book, which means you did your own interpretation, and they no inspiration came from no God, from nowhere other than God's own 2 feet.
Right.
You're mad all you want to, the truth is the truth.
Right.
Now,
Can I comment about something else too?
go ahead. That's why we're here. Free our minds. We don't talk about it.
So
And they keep wondering why our services are full of power and anointing, and they keep wondering why. Because it's true, it's authentic, and it's real. We're not fabricating. Being honest and true and being real, it trumps all this other stuff. And I ain't talking about that thing y'all got about it. See, go ahead.
so when I'm looking at the division that because all these different denominations to me is division anyway.
It is.
And so I heard this is some time ago. I went back and looked, but they made it seem like that this because of Jesus, this is the reason why this happened. But here you got people in this story wearing earrings and all the junk and
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on.
what
I got a question.
yes,
Where's Jezebel?
not in this story.
They say she the one started with the she at?
No. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking
I
about.
can't wait to get to her. I'm gonna embarrass them. That's a story, and they've been misrepresenting the story of it and manipulating people for years.
And so the earring part is, to me, that's more our people. More of, do you understand what I'm saying?
That's what it's talking about.
And so I'm like, you twisted this thing.
As a woman in the Most High,
Yes.
Mhm.
may I remind you who King James looked like?
Us.
Oh, okay.
Us.
So you think he got scribes that don't look like us? Now, a scribe that wrote this was called. You had some Greek, and you had some that were us. You had some that were Romans. No, he was the representation of the European concept and mindset because manifest destiny was operating. But they could play their hand and get one of us, son of King James, who was very, very corrupt, as a matter of fact. I didn't even watch the little movie, but they didn't do it justice.
Well,
So I mean, you can't help but put our flavor in there because that's where you got started.
right.
Now that
But you see how I can't speak for nobody but myself. I went through a bunch of changes with different denominations concerning these earrings,
yes,
concerning jewelry, concerning the God's people ain't supposed to be doing it. We ain't supposed to be wearing. That's not holy. This, I mean, I went through.
then they tell you come down to a certain.
Come, say that one more time.
Then they say, well, you wear a certain.
Yeah, they because they were losing. It wasn't. They were losing.
You had to change the
You had to
operation of the
change.
business to keep the folk.
You had to keep exactly. And I said all this stuff that I had to go through with people and their doctrine. they take a piece of something to make a doctrine out of it and call it religion, and
That's right.
it just messes people up.
And it boggles the mind to say, how of a sudden you let it all go? Are you kidding me?
Right,
Are you kidding me?
right, right.
Really? I mean, you ain't gotta be a rocket scientist to know how to hold on to good and let the bad go.
Right.
Right.
I mean, really? Come on, somebody. You ain't gotta be a rocket scientist. You seeing it right there. Ain't no way in the world that was divinely inspired. It's from other stories. And according to them, you just tell God what to do, and that's how the church operates.
Right.
People spent months, and then when they finally happened, oh, God did it. Look, it took 4 months. Okay? Now you are really disrespecting your own writings because your writings say all this was made in 6 days. And it took 4 months for you to get a copy. You the one got it. God gave you the copy. Why you make payments?
Mhm.
And they keep saying God's, but then we hear in the story it's one cat.
Right.
According to that, it's one cat. But in the narrative, they're saying these are all gods. Then they put the Lord in it too.
Right.
So you just join right in. And that's a true narrative because even now, within the 4 walls of our religious places and our churches, people are in there doing what they want to do. It's a place around here called Seeds of Life. They got a witch in the pulpit, not the pastor. The pastor ain't the witch, but they let the witch be in there because the witch bring money in there. I don't care what they say. Yes, I said it. If the pastor brought the lady out and called the woman a witch, why you still got it in there and why you got it in your pulpit? Don't jump on me. Clean and wash your own behind before you say mine is dirty. I ain't paying to keep talking about.
Minister Boyd and Mother.
Yes, I called the name of the ministry out. Now, get the witch out of there since you're so holy. You ain't gonna tell them leave because they bringing money in. Just like right there, it said, bring me your earring. What they doing with earrings? Jezebel wasn't there.
Right.
Mhm.
This is what they don't want people to do. Go into this thing word for word. You got to know how to let the good hold on to your life and let the bad go. Like I told somebody, you got to have some wisdom. Have some wisdom to decipher what did benefit you and what didn't. And some things that didn't benefit us, then wonder why you want to let it go. Why you want me to hold on to the fact that I reap what I sow, but I know that ain't always true?
Right. Mhm.
So let's get back to this when it included the Lord. We put the Lord in. Then you wonder why people do that thing. It's in the story, it's in the narrative. Let me tell you something. Just because you don't breathe in all of the contents, if you breathe in part of it has the rest of the contents mixed in. Because it's part of the whole. Go ahead.
Remember Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, thy servants, to whom thou swearest by thine own self, and saidst unto them, I will multiply your seed as the stars of heaven, and all this land that I have spoken of will I give unto your seed.
I'll make it interrupt you, but somebody tell me, what people are they talking about?
Mhm.
What people? What nationality? What race? What people? Guess what? Whoever claimed it. Whoever claimed it, they'll fit it. You get some very capable, intelligent presenters, and whoever claims it, they'll fit it. Because you got some other people saying it's us. You got the people say they're originally Jewish, who say it's them. You got Europeans saying it's them. You got some Romans and Greeks that are mixed with our people that say it's them. It fits. This narrative fits. The cunning cleverness of man can formulate this thing and make it fit anything. Make it fit any group, make it massage and manipulate in any culture. It was designed for that because I told y'all, manifest destiny was not designed for one group of people. Manifest destiny is the ideology of taking over the world and dominating the world. And the religious aspect of it, this is what was chosen for the religious aspect. Think about it. Catholic, was dominant. This was birthed from the Catholic Church. No doubt about it. If you check out what really happened, because some folks will look up something and say, I found this, keep digging. How you know that ain't right? How you know it ain't? Why you don't know it ain't right? Keep digging. Why? Is the name Constantine mentioned? No, keep digging. Keep digging. Is Freemasonry mentioned? No, keep digging. How you know this? Don't that ain't the question. Keep digging. You ain't so smart, I sure ain't. That's why I know how to dig. They taught me. I teach myself, ain't no way to live. No, I ain't that smart. I ain't that capable. I ain't about to take no credit. Nope. So look at how it is. It's pointing out. That's why they don't want you to say, you ain't got to go in that Old Testament, because if you really read it for what it really says, you begin to pick apart about stuff. Then you begin to ask questions. Then you begin to start freeing yourself, which is what is not wanted. This is why we have different types of Bibles. You have the slave Bible, and we had the other Bible that they were reading in the building, but they had to train our people to use the slave Bible for the slaves that could not come into the building. So I mean, this is the same thing in operation. This is not, religion is not the only facet of life that this is done in. You know, it just happens to be the biggest. I ain't gonna call it the biggest. That's not fair. So I'm not gonna call it. But we just found out why people get their hours and hours and hours trying to change God, trying to tell God what to do, how to do it, and then when they don't have to, if do have God, heard God pray. That ain't what happened. How do you know what happened? Sit down and talk. Sit down and talk. Now, mind you, before you do, realize I ain't that smart. I didn't get the answers because I sat in some class and studied. I don't know what they're going to do with my writing mind, but it's time. It's my time. And I'm on this. If I got to be on street corners, it's fine with me. I'm going to help somebody. Because it's time for the truth. People get so agitated and aggravated when you knock on the right door on what they want. They don't want you to mess with. I'm messing with all of it. Thank you. The good and the bad. Because it's time to separate the good stuff from the junk. This is not personal. This is not easy. And if I get somebody, I'm being honest. If I get somebody to trade places with me today, I wouldn't get them. I don't want nobody to trade no places. That's some disrespect. And I said, well, no, I'm good for this. So come on in with your cousin, you get them down, and when you finish, it's my turn. I ain't gonna render to you what you read with them. Teach was with the heart, but the truth, like we word for word, the people get mad, but we going word for word with what it says. We didn't put that there. We just see it different because the blood pool. God put that there. No way, no how. You wrote a book that shows people that they can manipulate you. You inspired them. Okay, come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's dig smoke. We ran about you.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
And they shall inherit it forever. And the Lord repented of the evil which he thought to do unto.
Wait a minute. Now say that again.
And the Lord repented of the evil which he thought to do unto his people.
So much for change now. Well, that is what that means. I'm so tired of folks trying to unexplain what we're looking at plainly in our face. That is what that means. Why? That's what it's saying. Well, it means it could. We're looking at what it says. What do you mean? That's what it means. It says, and he repented of evil. How? Because they did what? Compelled him to do something. Right? So somebody said, well, that ain't what it means. Well, really? Well, you check what it means. Then when they tell you what it means, isn't it funny that when they tell you what it means, it'd be some orchestrated that's outside of the contents of the text.
Mhm.
They try to get you to think the way they want you to think. Look, why don't we just get over the fact that we got pissed on and thought it was too late? Why don't we just tell the truth? We got tricked. We got tricked. We gave into it. It's just like when you join fraternity or sorority. You think you just learning some brothers and sisters. I can tell you some stories about that right there. I'm never lying. But let's go.
And Moses turned and went down from the mount, and
Because the Lord told him, right? Now I'm gonna ask you this, because see, we ain't got a rush. Like some folks got a rush, like they got to finish. Nobody getting no understanding. Let me ask y'all this question. If this says that that's what happened to Moses and the Lord, right? Is it safe to say that that should be the way it is now with believers?
sure.
I'm just saying, is it safe to say
Yes,
that that should be that way?
Yeah.
I would say so.
Oh, that was Old Testament? Well, the Lord is mentioned.
That was Old Testament. Jesus fulfilled all that.
Oh, so you ain't supposed to know nothing. Okay,
Don't none of that.
that's why you don't know nothing.
Don't none of that.
That's why you don't know nothing. And have to lie and make up stuff. Oh, see how that got cleared up? That's why they lie and say the Lord told them and the Lord did. Oh, see that? Because I'm just saying, it should be consistent, right?
Should be.
But according to the narrative, it ain't gonna be consistent because first of all, he said if you instigate, if you don't instigate, I'll make you a great nation. Well, this look like instigating.
Right.
I mean, all they got into a back and forth about him getting in the way all the time.
But then you also know when you went back and said, and tried to say, like, well, you put everything out back there.
Yeah, I saw that. And but this time it's Israel.
Yeah,
They say Jacob.
right. You see how they did the same thing, and they thought, okay, well, let me go ahead and change my mind and do it your way.
Right. That's called making sure that you continue to get the illicit response that you're looking for. So you have to change up the word, you have to be sneaky with it. Some of this stuff in the Bible, if I don't I don't think this is gonna be an accepted term, so I'm glad I'm using it in here. But some of that stuff that's in that Bible is openly subliminal. And what I mean by that is right in your face, and you still don't catch it.
Mhm. Early lineman.
What's going on there? What's going on? That's you.
Maybe we can catch up all the time because if we had Bible study a long time back then, they pretty much had like a little own what they
Something they come from somebody else and say the Lord had them up all night.
and that's they just
Like those kind of Sunday school.
Sunday school.
I went in there, was I with Dr. Lady or was I with PW? I was with PW. I started breaking down stuff in Sunday school book. I was damn in Sunday school. That the devil. No, that ain't the devil. This thing don't even line up right. Ain't the devil. It's programmed. People treat this Bible just like some employees treat the employee handbook. They'll read the whole thing. That's why they don't know the whole thing surrounding it. They don't know all the policies, they don't know all the rules and regulations. They don't read the handbook. That's why they make the handbook thick. They don't want you to read it. So when they do something to you, you don't know what's going on. They ain't got to worry about you saying nothing. Same thing with the Bible. Well, God has said it ain't no win. But you accept it because the colleague is says, see, they reject, I accept it. I'm part of it. It's my colleague. Yeah. Faith is your way. Yeah. Go ahead.
And the two tables of the testimony were in his hand. The
Hold
ta-
up. Now, this the 10 Commandments, right?
Right.
And he was carrying the tablets in his hand.
Mhm.
Well, it could have been that big. They could have been that big, bro.
Now if he gonna be coming off a mountain,
I mean, there's a whole rain coming down on my
Don't-
house.
it's just this is stuff. I don't-
But you can't write small, y'all. Y'all know that. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't have to be big, giant like they try to make.
Right.
Cause we kill some muscles.
I mean, they had to be small enough to be put in the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark, the
You know, you're the first person. I'm serious. I don't stand it. I don't tell everybody that I've been to and seen. You're the first person that pointed that out. They got this movie. But the art, which there was no Ark of the Covenant. No, that's not what it originally was called anyway. But it's their story. And the size of it and the diameter of it changes and where it was changes and where it is, where it is, it changes. People underestimate how far man will go to maintain and cover up lies and stories. That's why they all of a sudden find the stuff. But people back then couldn't find it. I ain't no time behind found it. No, you built it. Look at these tunnels. Yeah, you dug them. Oh, they had a city here. No, it wasn't no city. You're lying. You're making that city. I don't know about that. I bet you don't, because they fool you. You fooling me. There's some people that will make up something and set it outside in the rain and beat it and hit it and tell people it's this and that, and they get money. And by the time they break it down to figure out it's only 10 years old, it's too late. They got the money and gone. So you know what they do? Maintain the line. Nobody know they got bamboozled. They maintain the line and put it on display in their museum. Some of this stuff they say they found and they dug up, they lying. They lying because how you dug up the cloth and the face look like the picture. The face looked just like the painting in the picture. I thought the beard was plucked up. Never mind. I thought you couldn't even recognize the visage. So you found a picture with the imprint on it. And oh, what's wrong with you? This is why they don't want you venturing into this stuff. This is why they want you messing with it. Well, we deal with the New Testament only. We don't deal with the Old Testament. Like you make some big giant statement. That just let me know you like fooling people and bamboozling people. You don't want to buy the money. You don't want to buy no truth.
So just maybe they want to, they might, they'll.
They use it all the time. TITHE ain't in the New Testament. It says the 10th, that's the same thing. Oh, okay. 10th of what? Mess with me. I tell you why it was put there. Yeah, the 10th, you better look up Leo the 10th, who told that the character was designed to manipulate, control, and to get money. And he sure did. That's why they're trying to eliminate his writings now. Leo the 10th. Go ahead.
The tables were written on both their sides.
Both sides.
On the one side and on the other were they written.
Okay, now we know right about what size of print it was. If we think about what was said to be written on there, you can actually intelligently formulate how big. So they didn't have to be that large, to be honest.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
And the tables were the work of God.
The work of the The work of God. Oh, God.
God wrote it. With his finger. God wrote that. Mark Moses didn't write that. God wrote it
With his finger.
with his finger.
He
He did. Yeah.
said, God,
It was big with the finger of God.
oh, God wrote with his finger.
It said the finger of God.
He got fingers out.
Okay, I get it. Wrote with his finger. That's awesome. The first time I saw that, to be honest, the first time I saw that, it hit me then that something was wrong there. Now, we're taught that the God in these stories don't change, but he keeps changing. No respect person. But that's all through the Bible, respect person. New Testament and Old. So he wrote it with his finger.
But,
Mhm.
okay, okay,
Yeah, I know that it does say that.
okay, but how, my thing is, how could God have wrote something with his fingers, when God just worked with his spirit? He didn't come down to the flesh until Jesus came, so
Ooh.
how could you have fingers like and they wouldn't be spoken to the spirit?
Well, the handwriting on the wall.
And I'm still saying
That- That's
I
for
had
the
a question until Jesus spoke things, but people have fingers.
Ooh.
You had a Bible in right?
Ooh. All right, apologists, handle that.
What was it called when he would manifest in the flesh, manifest in human form? There's a word for it. Huh?
They would say God incarnate.
No, it wasn't thinking incarnate, but there's another word for it that they would, use to explain how God would be able to do things.
You know what? Yes, the
Right.
apologists definitely use it quite frequently.
I can't think of what it is.
Especially now. As a matter of fact, the funny thing, I just heard it this morning. I was awakened about 3 something in the morning to Matt from Net Vision. And he was addressing the apologists. And they was using that word. They kept, God, I just heard that word.
Theophany. It was a theophany.
No, that's it.
That's-
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. I was awake at 3 something in the morning. And who face I'm looking at, man? And when you agitate, man, he's not crazy. But the man is the man be on it. I mean, he spent years preaching, teaching, and talking down and debating with the folk that was against it, and now he finally his eyes got him. He's something to deal with. I tell you that. He sure is. I don't know why people punish themselves messing with him. That he's really wrong. He didn't say there is no God. He said he wanted them to prove that the God they're talking about is real. That's one of his main things. I ain't seen nobody here prove it. And they're going through too many changes. I want to tell you in person. I can prove it. How? I'm going to use you to prove it. You're going to use me to prove that the God you're talking about is real and exists. Yes. How long is this going to take? About 10 minutes, max. And you're going to use me to prove it. Yes, sir. And you're intelligent, bro. You're intelligent. You're smart. You're cunning. You are. I really admire him. Because the way he had to do things wasn't easy at all. When I saw his stories, man, you something to deal with. But it would take me 10 minutes. See, there are too many people trying to prove a concept. And a construct. That's why they can't prove it. And that's what made the church mad. Everybody said, well, prove it. The atheists are not saying there's no God. They're saying they need proof that there's God. All they got to do is look in the sky. That's not proof. To be honest. That's not proof. Well, why not? It's not proof. Walking around with a set of keys to a car does not prove that you have a car and that it's yours. When logic comes, that's when folk mess up. They can't help it. Like Stark said, that's illogical. I'm really, that's why this is so hard. Because who's watching?
Minister Boyd,
Bless you. Bless you.
Mother,
Bless you, Mother.
and Pastor Tron,
Bless you.
and some others. I don't
Bless
see
you,
their
everybody. I'm gonna
names.
say this, y'all don't take this the wrong way. That's why it's so hard, because some of this stuff, when it's coming out, I reflect back on my stuff. You know, I see why some of girls cussing. I see why. It would make me want to cuss, but it made me want to stop. Because some people don't even value wanting to realize the truth. So sometimes you look at it and say, why am I doing this? Nobody's valuing it. Nobody thinks it's important. Why am I doing it? I mean, we're going to work for it. So this must be leading to it happening somewhere else. Because around here, they're so busy defending something they never met, never truly experienced, and really don't know nothing about. But they keep defending it and get mad. Listen, like I said, why don't we just tell the truth? That we got pissed on and marinated and put in the oven and came out as piss pops until the Most High helped us. And the ancestors went ahead and said, that's nothing.
Mhm.
You either listen or you don't. When I say the wrong group of ancestors and run the church, they don't really love religion. Misery, love, company. Yeah, sometimes I say, what are we doing this? Nobody really value it. Do we value it? This is important because when you know when somebody's trying to make you look stupid, you better have some knowledge. You better be able to tell them, oh, I understand what you're saying, but you know, when they try to put egg on your face, you gotta turn them into a whole bunch sometimes. I can talk quick like I do because I ain't by myself. I have to find that out. Go ahead.
And the writing?
Oh, go ahead.
You said, when someone that you have a knowledge.
Yes.
My thing is, I'm glad, but most of the time when you run to someone that probably gonna use a couple of scriptures, they're gonna.
Absolutely.
They're gonna look at it, let me look at it, pull out this and pull out that, because.
Yeah.
What you're saying don't make no sense, not add up. You know, you took, maybe take a paragraph or two with it. Well, let me go a little further or down a little further, you know what I'm saying, and read the whole thing up. I'm gonna show you that it ain't adding up, you know, cause they'll use those scriptures. They'll come to you with those scriptures, you know what I'm saying, they might have and they some own very, and they allow them know.
Yeah.
They do that, but like I said again, and half the time, most of them always have used it out anyway. So let me go back and show you that it's not adding up, don't make no sense, because the more we read, the more we see things adding up, ain't making no sense.
Well, I can assure you that the the objective and the real good at is to make sure that they go on the defensive, you know, and they train other people to do the same thing. I was told, just let them talk. Just let them talk. If you let them talk, you'll hit the gap. When you finish talking, stand right that gap and use that same. Don't use nothing. I don't use research when they talk to me. They give me all kind of research. Like when you finish, I do just what they told me to do. Use that out. use that Bible. Because one thing about it, I believe it's First Corinthians, the 14th chapter. The foundation of all this religion is built off of one thing. If Christ be not risen, then our preaching is a thing. When that is attacked, that's the thing. That's what they're trying to protect. That right there. That right there. So I take them into Luke. But even out the mouth of the character, Jesus Christ, he said, I ain't the Christ. Right there in Luke, said it. He said, many shall say. And he said that I am the Christ. And shall deceive many. That's right out the hook. So I said, what you gonna do with that? He was talking about himself. Yes, he was. There ain't no third person reference. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why the house need to learn how to not end up looking like they full of the devil. That's what people whole objective is, make it feel like you don't know. This ain't about right now. This about being real. That's why they get loud. That's why they yell. They want to make it look like, yeah, the Bible said the devil gonna come, something. And see me, I wait to finish saying, yeah, you sure can. I don't think the devil, you try to come meet them, but now it's going to hit you that day. I'm really honored today. Why? I never saw a devil in suit before. Thank you. You try to embarrass me, I got you. However, you want to pray. The only thing I'm not going to do is the thing. I have to think with you. All of your facts and all your stuff, I don't care about it. Because most history is fabricated. Because when it's powered up and it's not consistent, well, what you change? Or what you cover? You're going to discover that here that a lot of our people invented stuff, came up with stuff that you never even knew. You're going to find out here. Because we're going to one by one acknowledge them on Sundays. And I ain't going to be one time. And let y'all go do it. Present it to each other one by one. This is not a place to walk around and play church. This is a place to be righteous and be real, to be honest and to grow and be strengthened and bring others. Broken people ought to be knocking down their door. Yeah. We have people in here that can help people get their life together, get their mind together. Help people maintain and make it while they fight through. We are very honored people, all of us. Every last one of us has something to contribute. But I can't make people understand the value of what we're doing. I can't make people understand their self-worth. I can't make them do it. I try to drive it in all day long. But until people get their attitude off their shoulders and start contributing instead of having an attitude about everything, instead of trying to go beyond now and what we're trying to do, then it's gonna be kind of rough doing it. You know, everything we do is valuable. Everything. The way our children are, you think people don't see that and get inspired? Think again. They do. They really do. But just like we see this and say, he wrote it with his finger. Ain't that something? When the last time y'all saw God write with something with his finger? Is that right? When you didn't get your driver's license? Mm-hmm.
Probably $2. No. Say 2002. I'm somewhere around here. 2000.
2001? What? Did you still drink?
Yeah, I'm driving for these. I've done it for a long time.
When you didn't get your license, though?
Me? Oh.
Huh?
When you didn't get your license?
Maybe 97. 7,
You still driving?
yeah.
Where you get your license? Huh?
94.
You still driving?
I am.
Where you get your license?
To Jose.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I should have said it right, because you still driving? Why y'all still driving?
I'm still legal.
Well, go stop right when you think of why y'all still driving. Stop speaking from the sky while y'all still driving. As long as automobiles are used, you have the ability and capability to drive, and you're legal. You have a license to drive. So it would make sense for you to take your license, put it in a dressing room, and ride around every day on a 10 speed. You work in Greenville, you riding down the highway on 10 speed, fussing with folks. Like, y'all make me late for work. You can't say, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be, and you're gonna stop doing stuff. And we don't see it. And it's like another whip. And like earlier, you heard me say, well, it was fulfilled. Do you know what fulfilled is? Do you know what it means? It's hard to know what fulfilled is when you fulfill of it. Never mind. But we at this finger, wrote it with the finger, right? Okay, now I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. Okay. Who can I ask a question and you won't think I'm trying to be funny and try to make it look stupid? Who can I do it? Anybody?
Anybody.
Anybody? I'm gonna ask the woman most high. She tell me off in the car. She woman most high.
Yes, sir.
If you see somebody's hand, right? If you see somebody's hand, uh, and later on you find out whose hand it was, that means you saw part of them, right?
Right.
So if you saw part of them, does that count as seeing them?
No, I saw a part of them, not all of them.
But does that count as seeing them?
I mean, yeah.
Sure it does, because that's their hand, right? So if you ain't seen God and live, what you doing alive after seeing the hand?
Right.
The finger didn't write and see.
Right.
See, it's talking about the face. It ain't saying nothing about no face. Right? This what they didn't expect nobody to say. And you're taking it, I ain't taking it nowhere. I'm going with you, what it said. Now, I'm not to mention the fact that we can pass by incidents in this book where people are sorry already. And it's afterwards. And I'm just not. I'm just kidding with it. I'm just kidding with it. So we haven't seen nothing. Do y'all remember when I ain't gonna call him no names. One about was saying Jesus came and they took a picture.
Mhm.
Y'all see the picture?
Mhm.
Huh? Yeah, they got a picture.
You see the picture?
Yeah, they got one made up picture. And they said that's Jesus. Now, what's wrong with that?
She was at somebody else's church.
What's wrong with that?
First of all, he don't know when well, it said he don't know.
That's all I need right there. That's all I need right there. And here's the thing that should cook people do. If you don't know when you're coming back, why you keep coming in this year through people?
Right.
If no man know that, need y'all to get here tonight because man, Jesus Christ speak to me tonight. She's gonna come to my body and that building will be back. I'm not ragging on it. I'm saying it's time for the stuff to be exposed. It's not just telling. And look, I was telling, matter of fact, that was deep. I was telling me, I said, in no way am I trying to tell people that I wasn't part of the foolishness because remember, I'm the one who ran me behind back down to the church. Because they died under the door. I felt like it needed to go in the offering and God would do something. Mind you, I wasn't thinking that whoever finds the dime, they're going to say, oh, I need to put this in the offering.
Mhm.
So being in is being in. And they think I'm going to back down there. Got a better chance of knocking down Mount Rushmore. It ain't wrong. Now, can't go ahead.
Pastor,
Let's go.
Pastor Tron has a question.
What's your question?
She said, so what is he doing teasing and testing the preparation?
Say it again.
So what is he doing teasing and testing the preparation?
Teasing and
Testing the preparation.
oh, you wrong for that. Teasing and testing. When you think about it, it's close, ain't it? Teasing and testing. It's just funny how this stuff sticks out. And if you dare say something about this years ago, that was a problem. You were the problem. And it didn't take long before others got to looking at you for teasing and testing and preparation. Mm.
She said, is that what Jesus is doing?
Teasing and testing and preparation.
Right.
Testing the voice.
Mhm.
Well, actually, what it's doing is proving that some folks know how to hallucinate without him. And some folks are locked in. When you locked in, I'm telling you, people, I'm telling you, when you locked in, you locked in. You name one Buddhist that you talk to and their visions involve Jesus. They involve Buddha. So when you locked in, you come to see Jesus walking in there. Because that's what you're locked into. It's not a curse. It's what you're locked into. It's what you are familiar with. You talk about familiar spirits, but all your dreams that you have must be full of familiar spirits because they all pertain to what you're in. And if you're supposed to be the light of the world, you don't have no dreams on how to help the rest of it.
That makes sense.
They got the right one. I dare them to call me into an inquisition. I'll beat them down. I'll be waiting. I say, hey, no. Well, wait, no. I dare them to try to do like they did now. I ain't gonna cry. Now, everything gonna come out there naked with clothes on. Put me in for the position. I can't do it. We feel like this, oh, you do feel like that. Well, the baby, what you feel. Next. I said, the hot seat for fraternity. And y'all said, that's right. Come on, let's go. Next. Okay, it's my turn. It's my turn. Thank you very much. I'm waiting on the call in for. Don't do all the side talk. Let's go. Let's reason together. Don't say, come on, let's reason together. Yeah. Another thing I want to ask y'all because of what's going on here now. When they came to Aaron and they told Aaron, This is what we feel. They were honest, they were upfront, they said, this is what we're thinking, this happened, that happened, so this is what we need to do, right?
Mhm.
Eric immediately said, well, just bring this, hey, now this is Moses' brother, right? So the Lord tells old Moses on the mountain what's going on where Moses wasn't, right? But couldn't tell his brother not to listen to the people.
Right.
What was his brother that was doing the talking? That went with Moses?
Right.
So he just chopped him down.
Right.
You tell Moses who's waiting on the mountain. What the people doing? This way they get this silly notion because all leaders ain't equipped. Don't believe that nonsense. But you can't tell him. I guess he wasn't kept calm.
Hmm.
You can't tell him no listen to people. You can't tell them your brother's still alive. Your brother's on his way. You can tell him that.
Okay, question.
You let him just go ahead and, as the word that was used, corrupt the people and corrupt himself. You can tell him. That's why some of this stuff don't make no sense.
I have a question.
People can break my house, beat me up, drag me out, and hang me on a tree, and you won't do nothing to them. But that fig tree, oh, you beat the snot out of that fig tree, just curse me. Make it make sense. It's a shame we stuck in this one spot because there's so many things you can pick out of. They point out how things are now. He did not even hesitate. He didn't have no confidence in his brother still being alive. He didn't have no trust that God had his brother and he was going to be all right and he's coming back. He immediately. Now, some preachers, you know what some preachers will do with that? Preach and tell me about somebody else will be in charge anyway.
Yes.
Mhm.
Some people don't be in charge anyway. Look how Aaron, and you think about those. Because the whole time he wanted to be Moses. And preach pastor the whole time. He wanted to take over the whole time. He was saying, I'm the one who spoke. You can't talk. They take that. Look, some of the most creative preachers are creative because they are filled with maximizing their capability of manipulating the people through entertainment.
Yes.
Most ministries have pastors that are performing and not producing. They perform a message, they perform a lesson, they perform a teaching. They're not producing anything, and they have the nerve to come out of the services, talk about the people, criticizing the people, low-rating the people. But you're the one that was supposed to be sent to make them better. All you did was put on a performance, get some money, and took your sorry behind back home. You heretic, you abomination, you sons and daughters of sedition. That's all you did. If you really cared about it, then the great ancestors would have given you the insight to at least inspire, encourage, and strengthen those people. But no, you're too busy, so full of your intelligent, capable self. Then all you did was go there and perform. You didn't produce that. You didn't plan nothing. It was all about you and what you say God sent you to do. Which God you talking about? Heretic. I don't care how good and how skilled you are sitting from. They made me to let you know that you ain't all that. We ain't got no business walking around acting like we on there. You went all the way halfway across the country to put on a performance and come back with some money that you didn't get nothing. And you talk bad about people. Hold up, they just paid you to come on. You hired them? Check yourself. The Lord told me, so the Lord told you to go and do that. So that was the Lord was like, I'm ready for it. Don't get mad at me. They made this monster here. And the lion coming out the corner, and, oh, you ain't all that. Yeah, you're intelligent, you're capable, but you're full of it. You're a minute point. That's what you are, because you went and you had the nerve to be a hypocrite when you're supposed to be a help in the spirit. Whose life did you change sitting in that room acting so fantastic and so capable? Whose life did you change? All you did was inspire somebody to want to be like crooked behind you. Who life you changed? Who got better? Who miraculously was changed? What's your track record? Go, be fantastic, get your money, and go home. That's what you did. So, shut up. Don't come to me talking about jump to me. Somebody, I'm the devil. Who the devil? You stand in you get laying up in the room, and they treat you like you all that, but you don't care about them because you come back home talking bad about them. Them stupid people can't even receive. Well, what you went for? You so anointed and so full of insight, should you have known so you would waste your time going? There's not a time that I went and was abused and mistreated that I didn't know that was going to happen before I got there. Not a time. And nobody shocked me with what they did. I knew they were going to do it before I got there. But why you went down make no sense? Check the track record of what happened after I left.
Right.
Check the record. From somebody's stuff being sold to the whole building being knocked down by a bulldozer to the catching on fire. Check the track record. Check the track record. Some people didn't know. I was the messenger of them getting their whole car taken from me. I miss my sister. But did y'all not notice that some places I went and I left the legal got out there? Y'all notice that?
Yes.
I can name quite a few. That when I went, that was the last time I saw them. And people was using them and abusing them, and they got them. So I'm listening to some of these people, and some of these folk with a big name. So, count big your name is, write it down for you, and tell you the truth, like I tell everybody else. And ain't gonna be mean and nasty. I'm tell you, don't tell you full of a S. And it ain't sanctification. You all dressed up in diamonds and fancy and talking down to the people that they're the reason you got. I still want to meet that heifer that was on that video. Call myself a prophetess. Talking down to the people. I still want to meet that much of the Still want to meet. Because I want to tell you, you are one of the worst people ever to go out and carry the gospel. You want to be worse. They got witches and warlocks, but they can't hold a stick to your little evil behind. I want to meet her so bad and I can taste it. If I can pull the video up and somebody say, I know her, call her. I need to meet her. I want to tell her she's one of the worst to ever stand in front of you. I've never seen such disrespect and disregard for people that paid you the company. How dare you? So all of it is pumping themselves and they might say, oh, you so anointed. So who life they change? These places they go and they traveling, who life they change? Who got them? Who got enhanced? The people in the same shape they was, and they be the same way they are when you come back next year. And if you really care, why keep going back when you know nothing gonna take place? Because you want that money. You caught up in the crib. They say I talk at people like I don't care and I don't have no emotions about it. I ain't got time to be emotional. You want to see emotion, catch a moment, chill out, period. I don't got time to be emotional. I'm trying to tell people you're messing yourself up and you don't even realize it. And you don't care about people like you say, as anointed and capable and intelligent as you are. You don't care about people. You can't tell me that I just told you that. What you gonna do other than complain? And who you think told me to tell you that? Einstein. These folk around you smelling your butt ain't gonna tell you. It's time out for this stuff. They already got us walking around talking about lying sometimes. We don't want to admit it. I don't blame us. It did a number on religion, do a number on you. And we'll tell the truth. It's a fight to walk in the true you once your eyes open. It's hard. It ain't because something wrong with you. It's a fight. It's a fight, John. And some of y'all know good well you get mad when you think about all the stuff that was done to you over the years that deprived you of certain things. I get it. I understand. I ain't hiding my I have same fights. Because I was supposed to be not going to be there, but God didn't give me that about that. That's right. So it's time for us to realize this right here is important. It really is. Just like she just said, we go to quote scriptures. Let me tell you something. When you hear people quote scriptures, the first thing you have to realize is which scripture are they quote. That's the first key. Don't get mad, don't get upset. Use the same scripture that they just quoted to you. And I guarantee you, the weak link in that chain is in that scripture they use. Most pastors can't quote scripture. And they went to school. Most of them can't quote. Some of them, when they try to quote, they say it wrong. People got to correct. So how important is it really to you? Hmm? Some of you in here right now, what's important to you, when somebody starts talking about it, you can have that conversation all day. You got pastors. That's talking about Bible, man. That's too much church right now. So how important is it to you? We got to talk about Lord all the time. How important is it to you? It got so that everything I did, I mentioned church. Church came up in it somewhere. Matter of fact, I got somebody here tonight that ain't been here for years. They young. I said that you. Now, it got to where it was in everything. Cereal is in there. Yeah, I got so mad I called out that cereal. I didn't even watch that. Shoot out. Look out, raise bread. I told people, I'm going to show y'all that it ain't just that name. And they were falling out, wasn't they? They were hitting that floor. Yeah. If the power was in the name, I had to wipe my head with a tissue and throw it on somebody and they hit the floor. And they get up until they move into the floor. And this happened for real. I'm not jumping on that. I'm just saying to people, you being told that it's one way and then it's true. Do you know what a magi is? No. See how this just give us one thing, just pick apart how the system is. That one incident. It's remarkable to me how you can tell Moses, but you couldn't tell Aaron. Well, he was supposed to.
He was more than that.
Well, he don't get no credit.
He not the high priest? And immediately you go straight from, I mean, you got so is it so we got a whole chapter of everything being
Yes,
fit for you and your sons.
thank you. And turn it into a court gesture in the next chapter.
I said, you ain't got sense. I mean, immediately, you didn't even think about it. So was
Make
that
it make sense.
already in your heart?
Make it make sense.
Hmm.
Is there anybody in here that in your life something happened that you could have been one way, but you did because you said, they told me this and do this and do that, and you didn't do it.
Right.
What was wrong with him? This is the one that was in charge of making sure that the transgressions were forgiven.
I
Make
ain't-
it make sense.
Did he die?
Make it make sense.
Just say
This is the one, him and his son. Come on, man.
it.
And in the next chapter, turn into a soggy manure sandwich. Just like that. They just came to him and asked, and he just said, okay, just break it. That don't make no sense. If we tell the truth, we walk in the damage, there were things we told people. Y'all go ahead, like, that's not myself.
Yeah.
So break that thing faith.
Mhm.
Some of them we rebuked them.
Right.
You know, look, they'll not rebuke you. Some of them they know rebuke me. We said it to them. But right then, he just went with it. People, you know what? The right skilled preacher will take that message. And after that Sunday, not one preacher will desire to go ahead with that person. That's what happened when the boys got you want to take your place. See what happened was the message from the thing, y'all, is they smile in your face but want to take your place. And to preach that thing, oh, look how he did that. He was so blocked out. He couldn't hear the Lord tell him his brother was telling him. There ain't no way in the pages. There ain't no way in the pages. So it's bad. And you brought about how he said, well, that is only the Lord. Him and his sons. It took what, a few seconds?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? All I can say is we're going with what it says. So what happened next according to the story?
And when Joshua heard the noise of the people as they
This the part I was waiting on right here. Watch this now.
he said unto Moses, there is a noise of war in the camp. And he said, it is not the voice of them that shout for mastery, neither is it the voice of them that cry for being overcome.
Hold it. You mean Joshua heard this while he was with Moses?
Remember, he waited.
I'm saying, oh my goodness, go ahead.
Chapter message, but the noise of them that sing do I hear. And it came to pass, as soon as he came nigh unto the camp, that he saw the calf and the dancing. And Moses' anger waxed hot, and he cast the tables out of his hands and brake them beneath the mount. And he took the calf which they had made and burnt it in the fire, and ground it to powder, and
So, you ground gold in the valley?
dust. It's dust, yeah, gold dust.
I'm saying, you took the people gold and you burned it down? Now, I was waiting on this moment. Joshua, go to the story. Joshua was waiting for Moses. Joshua Ain't that something? Ain't that something? How Joshua had it in him knowing that Moses was coming back. And his brother did.
I guess for the thing not for judgment the next week.
Is it what now?
Which is like being not for judgment the next week with the carry people. But one thing here with Moses, I got a problem with Moses.
Uh-oh.
Why Moses was you upset with these people who come down with God who try to talk what they're doing down here? So when you come down here with anger and you tell them not to be angry, don't you go, oh, repent of your way. But then you go down there and get mad at all the stuff. For what?
And break habits. That's ripped by the finger of God.
Well,
He didn't go in and he told you what they were doing, probably in detail. You know, and they was down there. That was not right. So why you come down there?
Too scared.
Angry and doing all this.
you heard what you just said. Let me go hypothetical. Because I understand, I get it from what's being said in the story. Now, we going to hypothetical. Teresa, they down there, sitting on the car, rocking on the car, the same two you said she had the car. They booty bumping on the side of the car. No, they ain't. No, they don't get mad, Teresa. They are doing it. Now, they told you. But when you get there and see it, and this idiot was break dancing on your hood. Walking up saying that they told me I was doing this. Why y'all do? No, that ain't got that scene go through that. Did you see Teresa push that dude up that hill? I thought he broke his neck. So it's explaining human nature without jumping out and saying. It's trying to make it seem so, I mean, holy, godly, but it's explaining how people act. Because somebody can tell you, but when you see it,
Right.
they told me what that like, look, get your mind, what you doing? So I'm telling y'all for like 2 years, I keep hearing human nature. And I'm being taught a lot about human nature that I never knew. That I never knew, never picked up. And this is really a shame. He did tell me. And he told God, don't do that. And he was saying, I got this. God, you got to do that. I got this. Now, this is God. Now, here again, skilled preachers will eat that up. See, that's why I'm dangerous. I don't mean around some of the kind of crafty folks. They'll take that message. See, that's why we got to intervene for y'all. Because if God killed us, because he should have killed most of you. Who I believe? Who I'm a minister to? Who gonna be here for me to pray for? See, they know how to take that and work that thing. You get everybody inspired, hyped up. And then they go into the scripture and say, we in the 12th chapter, the 18th verse. I think $1,218. Don't you know folks scream and get it? See, there's a craft to this. And they use, I'm telling you, some of them that have been preaching for years have some of the sorriest messages on the planet. But it doesn't matter because it is fitting to be in front of them. They're used to eating those same old biscuits. So they don't have to be anything else to anybody else. They have packages. Don't you notice when the house get packed, they don't say nothing else about evangelizing. They say something about outreach. When you talk about evangelizing, they get you like your cousin. They got no people in building. This is hard, but I enjoy being able to point things out as they are because it's sad. But that keep you from pulling your head out. Because there's some things, well, When you see it, you're like, "Dog, oh, you telling God." And then God repented. That's what it says, right? He repented of the evil. He repented of the evil. Nobody see nothing wrong with that. I thought you can't be tempted with evil.
Yes, that's what it says.
Sister Shella.
That's just like that person that's staying all night praying. God, don't let take my car.
Mhm.
God, I need my car. I use my confidence in this book. God, I take care of my car. I just didn't have money. God, don't let take my car. And they don't take the car. And they jump around, shouting, screaming, and saying, God didn't let take my car. God love me. God with me. And their cousin happened to see him 2 days later. He said, cuz, you know I love you. I'm taking the car. What you talking about? Oh, I'm taking it. I'm making payment for it. Huh? Oh, God told you, God didn't tell me that I heard you. Somebody gonna take your car. You know how we go, cuz. I bet you didn't go back and explain it. Didn't say God told me. That's how God works.
God laid it on my cousin. Heart.
Now, they like in the road were praying all night too. And they prayed so hard to the repo man, helped them finish the prayer that next morning. And to the phone.
He's that person, the neighbor, they not a member of the church.
They're not moving.
They're not a member of the church.
You need the pastor to get their car.
They faith went strong.
Wow.
Ain't
Remember, she
that
had a
faith.
privilege. Right.
Shit, what you talking about?
I'm just trying to tell
A
you.
lot of church folk will have something to say to you.
The thing about it is this time I'm ready.
Let me tell you something.
Right.
Whether we want to admit it or not, this is helping us.
Yes, it is.
That's why the congregation needs to partake, because it helps you not blow up. It helps you not go through some changes and tell yourself that not. We listen. We have to be healthy, not just physically.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And we can't sit back and let stuff pile up and think we're gonna be able to snap our finger and just jump out your head.
Right.
We have to be whole and be honest about it. Because this ain't, I mean, this is good what we're doing. Some people say it's not, but yes it is.
Mm-hmm.
Holding in ain't good.
Not at all.
Not with what's going on out there now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm trying to encourage people, log in or go back and watch. But I'm trying to tell them this is important. This is not just sitting in here listening. This is a time to receive and reflect and respond and talk and ask questions. And it's important. Y'all don't believe in the Bible. You don't either. Nobody believes in the Bible. Folk believe some things that's in the Bible, but they don't believe in the Bible. Because if you believed in the Bible, you would separate the old from the new and say, we don't need the old. So we have to do it the way we do it because somebody might ask you. What is this about most of us say? They be like, wow, we just were talking about this. And there's a strong point being made here. This story is not just, it's not picking and pointing out about, you got the leaders doing it. This is him. The priesthood. Remember, Aaron's rod. His rod was the one that gave birth. How you know it's in that book? Are you kidding me? So this is important to see. And we wonder why this stuff happens with leadership. Look what we have. What's that saying? Wrong, Jimmy? Some of us were teaching it and we can teach it with the best of them. But that does not change the fact that we can be effective and help somebody with it. I said, you just turn on God. I told you that. Where you get that dumb notion from? I, what time is it?
8:54.
Hmm?
8:54.
50?
4.
We're going to stop there, but I'm going to say this. And I didn't mean no harm. I was talking to this preacher, and I had talked to him for a while. And I didn't mean any harm. He brought up a few things. So I just decided to ask the question. And I didn't mean no harm in asking. I said, I want to ask you something. He was there. I said, how do you kill something eternal? And if I gain eternal life, how do you kill it? Uh, uh, where you come from there? What? I want to know how you kill something eternal. I didn't get my next question. I was going to ask him if something got victory for me over something, why do I have to experience it?
Right.
By the way, though, I still didn't have my answer for the one that I asked, is it talking to us? Because I told him, it ain't even talking to us. Is it talking to us or not? I got my answer back yet? Because it's not. Y'all seen John lately? How you doing? What about Peter? Jay?
Mhm.
Well, someone had to live because ain't nothing that stuff happened yet. They spoke down and kicked it. So it couldn't be talking to us, you know?
Mhm.
I've enjoyed this. This was this was very enjoyable. I sometimes get kind of dumbfounded when we go word for word. It upsets church folk. But I understand because the way things were presented to us, you ain't supposed to do it.
Mhm.
No, because that's like somebody against God. And that part y'all talking about the faith.
You lean into your own understanding, Dad.
Yeah, there we go. There we go, right there. That's it. They don't understand nothing. But there we go. That's it.
I said before, how people, I said, woke up that they thought that, okay, because they said we're children of God, like I said, tell me something, and I'm a child, you don't believe it.
True.
And so that's what they thought, I guess everything, we're gonna continue to even that sense and to know better that that's the way it's supposed to forever be, that because of what it said. But like now, how I feel, like I said, a couple of years ago, this was hard. It really was. It was, I'm saying it because like there was time I was left out, but I guess I was saying it wasn't hard, but it was so hurtful to me. It was hurtful because like all that they
It still is to me.
training and put it in and and have just I didn't realize how much abundance I was in. But it was I had so many mixed emotions. I was going through so many mixed emotions in how to really, you know, I say if it I want to come back, kept coming back. I mean, because like I said again, I needed to go. At one time, like I said there was so much anger, if I didn't address the anger, to the bitterness, and all that, that all kind of stuff. there's so much hurt. and
Yeah.
disappointment, so, but then, I said, coming back, but when he come back, cause like I said, I was like, okay, well, that, cause and like, we could not live without this. And it's like, that was all, we couldn't walk, we couldn't lift our hand, we couldn't do anything without saying, give that credit to that,
Amen.
and stuff, and like all the time, like I said again, and I was always still like, okay, every day, it's gonna be one, about one step in, one step out. I don't know because I'm gonna make them come, see all the struggle, saying, okay, I gotta do this right, I don't know, what I'm saying, now you allow me to like, okay, well, like I said, that way, that was not right for me. And what you said, it not even what it was anyway. So, coming here, learning, getting definitions and stuff like that, getting different meanings, what it may be, and and it's in this, like I said, that Bible, the book of what we call it. Ooh, I didn't want to pick that thing up, and I was like, the one thing, like, head in me, I'm still telling people that, and lying to people, hating them, nobody, so it had me feeling like, what's the world? What have I done? How did they some people too? So like I said, I had to forgive myself, because like I was like, I didn't know, what I was doing was wrong, because I thought it was right. But, I said, for the one that listens to me, the one that listens to me, good. You're gonna check it good. You're gonna get that.
Mm.
Because I was in something that I'm glad that I didn't bring into, the bunny that I would have been in. So, but I'm now coming to a place, I'm mad, I'm joyful. We talking, we laughing, doing stuff. We putting out stuff, and we know that we have all, everybody coming in and, talking, and it is. It just like I say, it's not so much now. I told you before, like a Bible study was not like, you don't want to, okay, they're gonna read, they're gonna read, they outline, and you're like, no, you got a few questions, what they need, you could ask them, one thing, whatever. And and okay, well, go try to figure out stuff on your own. You never trying to figure out things on our own. But I'm glad, I'm like I said, breaking down on the have these nice talks, whatever, and free our mind, and it's helping me, like I said. So my thing is, like I said, people, who need to be here, because it's not a place. I said, we're not trying to get nobody to come into nothing. We're not trying to sell you something.
Mm.
We just trying, like I said, again, all this that we're doing now is for the development, of the development of learning, the teaching, what I'm saying, everything we get, that every vessel bring into here is to help one another, to help others. It's not that we're not trying to sell you nothing. We're not trying to get you to put into something. We just, what I'm saying, a place where you can learn, a place where you can grow, a place that you're not gonna be judged, a place that you're not gonna look down on, a place that that people care and are loving, and just want to be of help, not a service. Help is one thing. So, like I said, I'm thankful, I'm grateful for all things, that we're experiencing, and things that I said, we're going to experience, and it just, I get full sometimes, because like I said again, I just do free. I feel free, coming out the system. It's light. I feel so much light. I did not know how heavy I was. I did not know how, hard things was.
Mm.
And all the different questions, and all me questioning myself, saying that will I even mount up to what this book's supposed to say I'm supposed to be? And then after I was done all that, even will I still make it go this place that it's gonna be better. And I just keep on going through, just keep on doing what you're doing, you're suffering with Christ and all that stupid stuff, and all that, all that stuff. It just was trying to make us keep, like, oh, okay, keep going, I gotta keep going because this is what it said. You really about, like, hey, I'm about one minutes or so, it's like, forget all this, you know, because some of the time people want to give up, you know, like, you know, but if you kept coming and get more, more change, more be more money, but like I said, again, I'm thankful, I'm grateful for the ancestors, I really am, because like I said, now in the place of, you know, um, giving credit to something that they deserve credit. And I say, I'm sorry because I did not know, you know, I didn't know, I didn't know, it was hit my, you know, but I'm so grateful now and give, you know, them their treatments and things that they know, give them the things that I know, like I said, they let me out alone. What an angel. You know, that wasn't, you know, you just exposed, but like, we had an angel, you know, this kind of stuff. But I'm thankful for that. I'm grateful, like I said, again, for freedom of mind, for thoughts, you know, for all that we have, all that, like I said, again, that we're going to do, that we have for us. You know,
That's right. I just tell people it's just not worth fighting the argument because what we gave credit to, I mean, that's all people know. And just because they say that's what it is, I mean, that's what it was. And the reality of it is the same thing that they said, Lord did. If it happens to someone that's in Judaism, that's not what they give credit. That's just not, you know. And so the way things are, I understand it. But God did this for me, and God did that for me. You know, now don't tell me no, it ain't. But they ask me if it's not done, what really? Now see, now you ask me. And but people need to stop doing is looking at you and saying, so you saying they need to quit trying to just label you as you're the only one saying what you're saying. You know, I wish people would cut that out. So you saying God didn't do nothing for me? No, I didn't say that. Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were saying. No, that's not what I'm saying. No, I'm saying. You know, I think one thing that people need to realize is a conversation might help you realize you didn't need no confrontation. You know, sometimes some things are a matter of just talking and realizing you thought this, but that's not what it is. I tell people all the time, if what you're saying is so solid, then why are we walking around saying something different? If it was what you taught me, why don't say that's it? Then tell me. See, nobody told me it's so twisted, tied up, and we don't need to go through the fight. And then they label you and you with the devil. You don't have God. That stuff sounds so silly. It really does. That's why I don't worry about it. But when people mess with this house, that's the problem. Somebody gonna meet me. Somebody found out a couple of days ago. It ain't about being evil. It's about you watching your life. Found out that a couple of days ago. It ain't about being evil. It's about you to watch your mouth because some of the stuff you say is gonna happen to you. You happen to us. It ain't because we put it back on you. You did it. You know, people are watching these things. Some of us need to realize if you look back, you were different anyway.
Yes.
Sitting in the midst of people, you were different from them anyway. You just didn't know why. You know, you do stuff like that. That's right. Yeah. You sat in there with Pastor Daniels. Pastor Daniels got children. But the heart of Pastor went to you. Why didn't you? See? Oh, I'm so glad we had this time. Anything else? I really am so glad we had this time together. it's important to be able to share like this, express. And nothing else. And we can really try to get on that. Thursday is Freedom Around the Talk. We do have flyers, but trying to figure out how to do it because this flyer that we have done, it don't go to everybody. I thought about it, I said, well, they just give us somebody who use it. Ain't gonna come and find out for themselves. But that's a, man, that's the sugar. So, there are no more comments. Nothing else. Amen. You ready to come? I will say this, when I was, when we came to here praying, I went over there and started praying. And I shouldn't be stunned, but that big warrior I told you about, every time I play, he comes in and things, and I get stunned every time I see him. Every time I should be used to it. And he taught me a new song today. Did you hear it?
No, I was in the back.
That's right.
You told me the back.
Yeah, you went to open the back. You know what? That's funny. You weren't in here. It's like it was meant for her to go open the back. So I played this song. But it was a war dance song. So I'm excited because they're going to teach me the dance. They're going to teach me. It's amazing. I mean, I'm still at that time. You see it, but I don't. No, because somebody else saw it. I said, don't say nothing else. I said, have names on it. Yeah. I said, big thing. Yeah. I said, okay. You ain't crazy. I said, that's the one I'm talking about. It's on. I said, I told you. This is not no mind games. Some of you didn't connect to you in such a way that I don't know. Some people need to get on. That's all I'm saying. You need to watch it now. I'm excited, but I'd like to see a lot of great things happen this year because that's what should be here. Somebody ain't crazy, no. Two other people done something. But when I play, he dance. And y'all forget, but I thought I was gonna be it. Because the first time I saw him when he started dancing, I was fighting out the leg. Couldn't do it. I bet you I got cured from Latin real quick when I used to come over there when I was there. I wasn't scared, but I was like, wait a minute. I think that's just made. I said, hold up. Get the smirks off my face. That's how you're afraid, man. Took me a while to find out what my mom was talking about. When I was little. But I found out. So we gonna do what we gotta do. Maybe we can connect it soon with some like-minded people. It's now or never, family. It's now or never. Most High, Father, life, I'm grateful and thankful for the opportunity to free your mind. Father, thankful for those that logged in, even those that did not comment, but they were yet on there with us. We appreciate the fact that they took our time to want to listen and want to receive. Help us that we'll be a help to each other and to others as we go forward. Let us continue to walk in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, power, and sensitivity in spirit, that we will be able to be effective together and progressive. As the remainder of this night transpires, let it be uneventful, let it be peaceful, and let us have sweet rest, and we may carry out that which we are looking to carry out on the new day. Thankful for all things and grateful